What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Justin, and today we're listening to Kate Bush with her song The Fog off of her album The Sensual World, released in 1989. Hope that you guys have been enjoying not only the album listen, but I would love to know, have you been enjoying the channel thus far? Have you been enjoying whatever songs I've put out this week, the past few weeks? Or are you kind of bored of the channel? Are you kind of bored of everything? Are you like, I don't really like it that much? Let me know. I'm always open to direction. I can't make everyone happy, and I've learned not to try. But any feedback, positive, negative, or in the middle somewhere, I'm open for it. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. You can join me on Twitter. You can join me in the comments down below. Let's do it. This is The Fog, not the morning fog, but The Fog, by Kate Bush.
I'm all grown up now. You said,
just put your feet down, child. 'Cause you're all grown up now.
I gotta admit that I did not want the song to end because even though I've only heard two, now three songs on the album, this was my favorite song so far, and this I feel is like one of her strongest songs. And I haven't even heard like a lot, but I did not want this to end. This is what I love about Kate Bush. Okay, this song has every single thing that I love about Kate Bush. Her vocals, her singing, she kind of stays low throughout the whole song. She doesn't show off her higher vocals. She doesn't push her range too much. But Kate Bush has such character, such personality, no matter what range she's singing or not singing in. She injects her personality. She injects feeling and emotion directly from her voice into our souls. Okay? The way that she's talking about letting go and holding on to things, which we'll go deeper into the lyrics later, it's just, it pulls at you. At least for me, like her singing here pulls at me. And of course, it's not just because of her singing, but because of the beautiful, sweeping instrumentation that comes forth and just takes us from here to there, from point A to point B, from north to south to east to west. It takes us everywhere that we need to be, we want to go, and we didn't know we wanted to go. This song, I think, is perfect. At least on a first listen, I really enjoy the song. Love their percussion. I love light and minimalistic percussion in songs that give a lot of room for other things because, especially in modern music, drums take over the music. I don't mind it. I really don't mind it. But it's just nice to have a little bit of empty refreshment sometimes. So the way that the percussion itself is very empty, there's a nice big atmosphere that kind of dwells in the background like a fog. Her vocals enter along with some flutes that also kind of carries around. So fog, wind, air. We're kind of, no, I'm not wearing my Airbender shirt. But all these elements of air kind of collide together. And I think that was a really smart decision, not only in practice, but in its purpose and the way it's done. Spoken vocals are so underrated. Sometimes they work, sometimes they really don't work. But when they hit, I think that they work so well. This is one of those good examples in which the spoken vocals by Kate Bush, and it looks like Dr. Robert Bush of relation to Kate Bush. I honestly have no idea, but regardless, I like the coexistence of having the male figure in there, sounding kind of like either a father or therapist figure. I'm kind of thinking probably a father figure. I'm not 100% sure. I'm thinking though. Just building this ocean of mysticism. Before the song picks up, guitar comes in. And I don't know about you, but with the guitar and with the drum beats, this song had a, at least to me, slight bossa nova feel to it in the way that the drums play. And then it kind of builds off of that, and it does become a little bit pseudo-jazzy. The guitar is played so sweetly, alongside her voice. Guitar by Alan Murphy. Like, when you listen to this, I actually want to know, what do you feel listening to this song, The Fog by Kate Bush? Because I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, even though I know how to describe it. I mean, I just sink into the song, and that's why I didn't want it to end. But, I don't know, I feel so good. And those chord changes, they feel so good. Mellow as it is, as it builds up in its drama, it is so vibrant in all the colors that it displays, all the personalities, all the facets of Kate Bush shining through here. That first big orchestral drop is so massive. It is so colossal. It feels like this towering tower of strings and orchestra that just kind of rise in front of you. And I'm imagining kind of rising in front of her. Like I said, she's talking about letting go to things and holding on to things and growing and becoming a woman, becoming who she's meant to be. And like you can imagine with those strings, how the way that they swell, it's like this mountain just rises in front of her. Perhaps an obstacle rising in front of her, casting a shadow down upon Kate. And eventually, as the song continues, she's able to climb to the summit of this mountain and then climb back down on the other side with ease. Sounds like there's some soft humming there in the back as well. Of course, the addition of some violins here. I mean, this is just a beautiful moment, a very standoutish moment in the song itself. Dark, yet beautiful. Heavy, yet light. Then it transforms itself once again. Such a simple addition. I really think it's cool when musicians do that. When they build this giant atmosphere, they have a rhythm going on because there's percussion going on in that section. But then all you gotta do is add a kick and a snare, kick on the 1 and 3, snare on the 2 and 4, and all of a sudden you add so much power to those moments. Yeah. For a brief moment, the music ramps up, climaxes, and becomes a little more muddled as we once again get the voice of Dr. Robert Bush who's saying, "Put your feet down, child." Kind of like this memory that's kind of coming back in Kate's mind, and of course in the music itself. We also get some seagulls. Sound effects, like I said. I don't know, is this like relating to the morning fog off of Hounds of Love? I don't know. But regardless, I like that when his voice enters and these memories come back, the music, it rises in drama, kind of like feeling tension and anxiety, and then it gets muddy, like the picture becomes unclear and foggy. This song, I could just sit and listen to this song. And I mean, I don't know what you guys think of the song, but I love it. First listen, I don't care. I love it. Let's get to the lyrics. It begins, "You see, I'm all grown up now," he said. "Just put your feet down, child, 'cause you're all grown up now. Just like a photograph, I pick you up. Just like a station on the radio, I pick you up. Just like a face in the crowd, I pick you up. Just like a feeling that you're sending out, I pick it up." Pre-chorus, "I can't let you go. If I let you go, you slip into the fog." So Kate is holding on to someone, saying that if she lets go of this person, they will slip into the fog. I'm thinking growing up. I'm thinking that actually, you know what? Is this about her dad? I mean, they have the same last name. Is it about her dad? I'm reading off of Kate Bush Encyclopedia, which is a fantastic site, by the way. I love it. It gets all the interviews. It gets a lot of things down. And she says here, "When I was a child, my father used to take me out into the water, and he'd hold me by my hands and then let go and say, 'Okay, now come to me, swim to me.' As he said this, he'd be walking backwards, so the gap would get bigger and bigger." And she talks about, the trust between the father and child, how the child knows that even though the gap gets bigger, the father is not going to let them drown. And the father has to give up a little bit, trust in the child, to kind of have a little bit of independence and work their way towards them. She says that everyone's learning and hopefully growing, and the idea that the relationship is to be in this again, back there swimming and being taught to swim, but not by your father, but by your partner. And that's the idea. It's okay because you're grown up now, so you don't have to be frightened, because all you have to do is put your feet down and the bottom's there. Okay, having the strength to put your feet down, knowing that you're not going to sink, knowing that you're not going to drown, and overcoming those fears. Is this love big enough to watch over me, big enough to let go of me, without hurting me, like the day I learned to swim? So trusting in your partner. Is that love big enough to hold me? Is that love big enough not only to hold me, but also to let go of me and trust that I'll make it back to you? Like the day I learned to swim. Because you're all grown up now, just put your feet down, child. The water is only waist high. I'll let go of you gently, then you can swim to me. I like that. Fantastic lyrics. Excellent music, definitely. And once again, that moment where the music kind of gets muddled and kind of rises in its dissonance, that's when Dr. Robert Bush says, "Just put your feet down, child, just put your feet down." And she kind of remembers that, and she knows that regardless of how far away this other person is, she can always put her feet down, claim and maintain her independence, and know that she's going to be okay. Anyways, this one was an epic one. Please let me know what you guys thought of the song. You can join me on Twitter. You can join me in the comments down below. Hope you're having a great day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.